Tonight, we're investigating the infamous Bell Witch Cave, which has gone down in history as being allegedly so haunted that it ended someone's life. The spirit of the Bell Witch does not like some visitors and is said to shapeshift into different creatures and people.
People have been attacked, heard mysterious voices, and seen objects move on their own.
Our goal tonight is to see if we can uncover the truth about the Bell Witch, and maybe she'll show herself.
Kelcats, welcome back to my channel. And if you guys are new here, my name is Kelsi Davies, and I'm a clairvoyant, meaning I see and speak to the dead.
And I'm Ryan, I'm a paranormal believer.
And I'm Shane, and I'm a paranormal non-believer.
We're all a little haunted here. Welcome home.
My helmet has a flashlight.
It does. It's very bright. We hope you're ready for this.
Whoa!
What was that?
Kelsey!
Ah!
What the hell was that?
I was a witch.
Stop. Oh my god, the cat ball, the cat ball.
What was that?
Oh my god!
My lights are out!
The Bell Witch Cave is located in Adams, Tennessee, formerly known as Red River. Back in 1804, the Bell family moved into their home near the cave. Originally, the land that their home was built on was home to Native Americans as well as a burial site. Then in 1817, one of the most famous hauntings in American history began, the Bell Witch. For 4 years, a farmer named John Bell and his family were said to have been tormented by a spirit that they believed to be a witch. What started as strange creatures showing up on their property like a dog with the head of a bunny ended as a malevolent entity that would physically attack the family, leaving them with welts and bruises. It would verbally threaten them and even went as far as killing John Bell with poison, which seems a little bit sus. However, his death is the only one in US history that has ever been documented as supernaturally related. So this is either a huge cover-up or this man was actually killed by a ghost. However, they did find a vial of this mysterious cloudy liquid next to John's bed, and it was confirmed to be poison. So it's very possible that his actual death wasn't the witch, but it doesn't mean that they weren't being haunted by something. Sometimes negative energy like that can affect and influence people to do things that they wouldn't normally do. And the creepiest part is that the Bell Witch can take many forms as humans and animals. Not only did this entity torment the Bell family, but people have reported experiences in the entire surrounding area. Someone who encountered the Bell Witch said that they were able to have a full-on conversation with a mysterious voice, and that voice claimed that it was the witch of Old Kate Batts, a woman who had lived in the town and whose brother-in-law was supposedly scorned by a deal or purchase involving slaves with John Bell. And many people believe that she came back to torment John as revenge. I think that's a load of BS. Others say the Bell Witch was an ancient entity, one tied to the Native Americans that lived on the land prior. Definitely more likely. One account does claim that the Bell children were on the property digging and they found a human skull. And when they brought it inside, a tooth fell out under the porch, never to be seen again. And it's said because the bones were removed and disturbed that it awoke an angry ancient spirit that was upset because they disturbed the burial site. Despite this haunting being one of the most documented accounts from that time period, it's hard to say who or what the Bell Witch really is. Let's see if the real Bell Witch decides to reveal itself to us tonight, and if we can find out what really happened to John Bell. So guys, we have some very special guests. As you guys saw in the intro, I actually started watching them like years ago, so this is so surreal for me. And not to brag or anything, I'm the first paranormal channel you've been on, right?
We've never gone on somebody else's
Like a
channel
ghost hunt.
or done an investigation, and I'm happy to just sit back and watch you work.
As Ryan said before we started shooting and we were on our way here, he was like, this is kind of like going to a wedding after your wedding.
Exactly.
Where you just get to kick back and enjoy
Go
the ride.
enjoy it.
That's right.
So guys, give the like button a nice little tap. They traveled all the way to Tennessee to do this. We've had like paranormal skeptics on our channel. We have our friend Adam, who is slowly becoming a believer now because he had something follow him home.
That's cool.
But we have not had someone as skeptical as you.
I mean, it's been a decade.
That's a long
I've
time.
tried for a decade to convert him, and it's to no avail. You look deep in his eyes, you could hear the beeps and the boops. You see the lines
There's nothing nothing here.
Are you an NPC?
So, in many ways, I've been called that before.
What would make you believe?
Seeing a ghost, feeling one,
Would have
hearing
went through
one.
like a rock in my head.
I wouldn't buy that.
What about
Wait a
your
minute.
head?
That I'd love, yeah.
Anyway, I'm just grateful to have you guys here, even though Shane, you think I'm full of shit.
Hey, look, I say that with love. You came on Ghost Files and we had a great time.
We
and
did, we did.
Saw a lot of ghosts and you guys were having a great time. And I thought, well, I'm sort of here as just a chaperone, you know?
You went into full like Charlie Day mode there for a second.
I love the honesty. Like it's like having like a hater in real life, but like we like each other.
Wait,
you know,
that's the thing.
It's like a healthy
and
hater.
That's what's great. Like, I've been working with Ryan for a long time. We reach across the aisle.
Right.
You know?
That's enough of that.
and that's what I'm here for.
Friendly polarity.
That's right.
Ghost vibes are one thing, but scent vibes, now that's a whole different experience. And I didn't expect this to become a part of my routine, but it did. You all know I spend a lot of time in old eerie buildings, caves, and other locations that most people wouldn't enter if their lives depended on it. But when I'm not doing paranormal investigations, I want to feel grounded, confident, and embrace my uniqueness. And that includes smelling good while I do it. This video is brought to you by Scentbird, a fragrance subscription service that lets me try out a variety of scents without the full commitment. This month I've been trying Memoir Archives Airplane Mode and Nicole Miller All My Love. And if you've never worn layered scents, here's a pro tip that I learned. Spray it on your pulse points, your wrists, your neck, and even on the back of your knees if you're feeling super adventurous. And do not rub them together because that actually dulls the fragrance. Let it mingle with your natural energy. I don't know about you, but smelling good totally changes my whole vibe. Whether I'm walking into a spooky old asylum or I'm just at home editing videos and drinking my coffee, it puts me in my mood. The best part is that Scentbird has over 700 fragrances from brands like Prada and Gucci. You get a massive discount compared to retail and you get to switch it up every month depending on your mood or the season. You receive a generous 8 milliliter vial which lasts 30 days. And if you want to try Nicole Miller All My Love or Memoir Archives Airplane Mode or literally any scent that feels like you can get 55% off your first month by using code KELSI55OFF or by scanning the QR code on screen. You get to try the first fragrance from Scentbird for only $8.97 and your next month will only be $17.95.
There's some writing on the monument that talks about a few different things. One that talks about that John and Lucy Bell, their original gravesite is behind us here, just the other side of this fence line. The actual headstones got destroyed.
Yeah.
So
That's so sad.
So Candy has captured a shadow man out here. There's a lot of shadow figures in this field that we see. A lot of natives were on this ground. That may be what we're seeing out here. They had villages and all kinds of stuff out here. And so there's many layers on this land.
Brian, Shane, look back.
We just had the Mohawk tribe come out here from New York. They spoke with their native language to see if they would get some EVPs from that. We have captured language that does sound Native American.
we've called disembodied voices of who are they or what are they.
And then growls too.
Heard growls over in the tree line over here behind us. That can actually be
animals.
Every once in a while you'll have the deer come walking out of the woods at you. But there's been things that we've chased sounds as we walk through the woods and not find out what it was.
We do the Sasquatch stuff also. You know, we kind of look at each other when we hear stuff like that and we're like, oh,
Could it be?
could it be?
I mean, I could see ghosts all day, but Bigfoot? No. What size are you?
These are 12.
Is that Bigfoot size?
Well, for how tall he is, yeah, surprisingly.
Yeah.
No, I've got huge feet.
He's got real small feet. Real small feet proportionally.
Right here is the Native American burial ground. We're about 86 feet roughly above the first room of the cave. When we first started doing our investigations here, the family thought they had about a dozen or so graves up here. We had a friend of ours come out with some ground penetrating radar and the equipment didn't work, just like any paranormal location. I got out our dowsing rods and started walking across the property. Everywhere the rods would cross, I put a stick in the ground. I found about 8 or so I thought I found the majority of them. He came back about 2 weeks later. I had his GPR running. Not only did he find voids where I had sticks in the ground, the whole 8 or so that I found, he located 68 voids across this property.
What are voids?
The Indian burials.
Oh.
as he went along, they
Bricks in
put
the ground.
bricks where each one of them he found.
Unique thing about all this is what you and I think of today as a grave of something being 3 foot wide and 6 foot long. All of these were mainly 2x2s and 2x3s. They were buried in the fetal position, sitting up,
Whoa.
facing east because of the rising sun to lift the spirits up to the heavens.
Oh.
That's cool.
Guys.
Oh, and the
How
one on
many
the way back.
spiders?
That's incredible.
As soon as we entered, my spirit talker said, "Are you afraid?"
Oh, another spider up there. Hello.
Oh, look at the spider says I like it. He says I like being in this cave and I'm eating my little snacks. I like eating my little snacks in the cave. He's so happy up there, so happy.
If a spider goes on me, you might see a reaction that you won't want to see. Oh my god, it said, "Why have you come?" We've come to talk to the Bell Witch. Oh my god, you can see all the way up there. If you guys can come up here, I want to show you guys something.
Something from where you're standing right there.
Yeah.
This is a
right there.
Native American little girl.
See the nose, the mouth, and the chin.
Oh, the eye.
See the nose?
Yes, and the big chin. That's wild.
A Native American little girl was buried here. She was down on the banks of the river. They found her and they were actually wanting to put her in a museum. The Native American Council got together and they were wanting her to be re-entombed inside the cave. She was re-entombed here, and during the 1950s, some people that came in here and vandalized the cave. They took her bones. Let alone taking rocks out of here is bad luck. Can you imagine the juju these people have on them?
Wow. I'm sorry, that's sad.
It is.
Guys, this is crazy.
This is what we call the Indian kitchen, and I'm not sure why it's called that, but that's the name.
How you doing, Shane?
Good. It's definitely not Shane-sized. It's not even Ryan-sized.
I knew that the Bell Witch Cave was big, but I had no idea how intricate and deep it actually is. I felt such a wave of sadness for the young Native American girl whose tomb was disrupted. Although her remains are gone, I'm wondering if we'll be able to connect with the spirit of this girl and if she'll possibly be able to help us figure out what or who resides deep in this cave. As we dive deeper into this investigation, I do need to mention that the caves were not originally a part of the family's hauntings. However, caves are known to be conduits of energy and portals for spirits, so I don't think it's far-fetched for the Bell Witch to linger here. There is a story about President Andrew Jackson and his companions going to investigate the hauntings. And before getting to the area, they all heard a loud voice warning them not to go any further. They were then attacked by unseen forces, and apparently Andrew Jackson said, "I'd rather face the entire British army than stay another night with the Bell Witch." Another thing to mention is that the house we're about to enter is actually not the original home to the family. These have been rebuilt with the same structure and layout, and even includes some antiques from the original property. However, the original cabin and hauntings were very, very close by. That does not mean we won't be able to communicate and contact the Bell family. Spirits like to go wherever is familiar to them, especially if they're in the middle vibration. The spiritual energy of this place is very, very strong, and I know that we will have no issue contacting them. But we won't have that raw residual energy from the house to connect on an even deeper level. This will be a good challenge for me. Let's see what I can do and see if the spirits here are from the Bell family or if there's something much more ancient. Guys, shout out to Ryan's bell. Look
That's
at
right.
it. Oh my, wait, what is that?
he's used
That's
to doing
new.
that.
My eyes are up here.
I've seen him on Hollywood Boulevard.
is this?
That's right.
Open.
Oh, this is a pinwheel. This is actually, I just like this to ask them to move it. You know, just every now and then the spirits like to blow on it.
That's cool.
So, this is a family show, and these are various devices.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do first is we are going to the Native American burial ground, and we're gonna give the spirits some offerings. We do have some tobacco, so let's go do it.
Let's go do it.
Got some tobacco here.
Okay.
I love cigarettes.
Yeah.
I love cigarettes.
Everyone find a brick.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Yep.
Okay. Just set an intention of, you know, what we want to give them. We want to give them our love, our respect. If you guys want to pop off the activity tonight too, that'd be awesome.
Thank you for having us. Appreciate it. Appreciate the hospitality.
Thank you.
That was so gentle.
Here's your pile.
I thought you said Lincoln Bio.
Lincoln Bio.
That's just so wrong.
It's really the most respectful we've ever been. That's the end of the sentence.
Because you're with me.
Yeah.
We're going to follow your lead.
I'm teaching them, guys. We are going to be starting at the cabin, and this isn't the original cabin, but it is the replica of it. The original property was over yonder.
I was excited for you to try to say that naturally.
So it's right by where it was. So I wouldn't be surprised, even if like the spirits wanted to come back to like their family area or this home. Also, wood holds a lot of energy too. So
How much energy does your wood hold, Shane?
What are you talking about? What?
whenever I go to investigations, I'll take a nap beforehand because I will have insane dreams and they usually align with the location I'm going to. It doesn't happen every single time, but places with a lot of energy, it tends to happen. There was a cabin. It didn't look like this though. It looked a little bit different. And there was a family in there, and me and Drew were waiting outside for you two to arrive. The family, they came out and they greeted us like they'd known us forever. We went inside and it was super warm, and there was like a fireplace, and there was this older woman. There was a woman with brown hair. There was a man there, and then there was like two other men that I had never met before. And there were a couple children in there. So it was like this really warm, welcoming family. So we were in there, we were waiting for you guys, and I started falling asleep in the dream on the chair, and it was all like black and white, and I started seeing entities. I saw a man, he like, what'd that say? Triangle.
Without her, they want the triangle that you got on your belt.
Well,
Oh,
that is the
true.
Buzzfeed.
I thought I heard like a sniffle in there.
Front. Okay, I could put the triangle in the front.
Not to interrupt your dream, but this
Oh,
is
yeah.
a flex too. It looks like a Buzzfeed.
Oh, I just call it a triangle.
So if you come from the right, turns red. If you come from the left, turns green. So if there's anything here that would like to communicate with us, you said put the triangle in the front, so...
Rapture.
Whoa.
Oh.
All right.
What? I just said what? Rapture?
The spirits started manifesting themselves, and I saw a man, which I identified as John in the dream. And there was a woman next to him. She was very short, very petite lady. And then there was a little girl I heard giggling. So I had like balloon string tied around my waist and a balloon on. All of a sudden, it pulls me and I start dragging across the cabin, and it like dragged me for so long. All of a sudden this man comes up, he grabs the back of the balloon string, he pulls me back because I'm screaming, freaking out. Yes! No! The balloon, stop
It
it!
does not go off very often.
That is one of the less responsive tools.
It is.
So that's, that's impressive
They're
stuff.
reacting.
Thanks, man.
Shane's impressed?
I'm impressed that it made a little green light.
He had like one of those old hats that's like flat in the back and then it has a little like beak in the front, and he was like, whoa, like, are you okay? I was like, yeah, thank you for helping me. And then I was freaked out because
Go around playing with balloons like that.
that's how the vibe was though. If I like made a movie based off this, I'd cast you as the man. Yes! Yes! He approves. Stop it. He was telling me, he's like, that's what happens when you put your hands on the bridge in between worlds. He kind of explained it as me putting my hand on the bridge. All of a sudden I saw this like dark figure manifest next to the chimney up on the roof, and it was just this dark mass, and that's what was dragging me. So I'm thinking it was the Bell Witch, but what was that?
Just dog barking.
Sounded like a dog barking or something in the...
The way that a guy has seen the Bell Witch was it had a dog body and a rabbit head. Ah! Thank you.
Well, maybe they're like, hey, I'm right here.
They're like, I'm here. Feel me. See me.
Is
Which
it
isn't to
possible
say
you could
there's-
touch the other side and make that turn red?
Yeah.
That'll really help our friend over here.
Yep.
Why do you have a black light?
that's the same question.
Just checking to see if there's a stink bug
Let
or a
that pan
spider.
under your pants.
We saw a stink bug earlier. Ryan stepped on it and killed it.
You think there's okay?
That was an accident.
Did you find anything?
Killing the bug.
So this is a replica of John's room. Tennessee is the only state to ever have reported a death as being supernatural based. Mr. John, I don't think it looks like him.
I was about to say,
From photos.
a replica of my home and have a mannequin of me. They do a bit. They don't show me like just
Fire.
Fire?
You're right behind, in front of the fireplace.
Oh, interesting. I would like to have us all introduce ourselves.
I'm Ryan. Hi. Very nice to meet you. Thank you for having us in your house.
I'm Kelsi.
This house is a replica. I don't know if any of the other ghost hunters have ever told you that.
I know someone's right outside this door. I feel you. There's someone right next to this door, right behind that wall. Is this a gentleman? Who is this?
Why is that cleaning so crunchy?
Yes. I asked if it was a gentleman, and it went to yes. I just heard that too. Wait, I think you heard the same thing as me. Can you knock for us? Or you could finish this pattern. Like that. Ready? Can you do 2 knocks to finish it?
A strange noise in the distance.
Yeah, what was that? Sound like something moved, like rolling or dragging.
Maybe
Whoa. Was that,
that was a bump. That was a bump.
Did you step?
No, my feet have been planted.
That was a loud bump. Let's go in that room over there. All right, I set out a REM pod. So what this does is if there's a significant rise or drop in temperature, it'll make a loud beeping sound. And if I put my hand close to it like this, it'll turn different colors. Let's see if the spirits want to interact. Right now they seem a little bit quiet, so that's okay.
So this is a pinwheel. You can know this. You probably had them back in the day. You could let.
Whoa.
Wait, was that my voice?
No, that's moving, dude.
Yeah, I guess you know how it works. Could you spin it for me to let us know that you're here? There's no wind in here. Let me walk towards it and talk.
Okay,
close.
yeah, try that.
Maybe because I was talking like this. Hello? Talk, ha ha, hoo, hoo.
No, dude, that's
It worked.
crazy.
Now
No, it
you
actually.
got any smart aleck remark to make now?
You know what? I know I've said I needed to see a full ghost. That did it for me.
The pinwheel.
You guys got me.
Let's do a little spirit box session. So I have a radio spirit box. What this does is it goes through a bunch of different radio frequencies super duper quickly, and it allows spirits to make out words and sentences. Can you come through on this device?
Maybe they walked into that room. Can you walk towards the red light, please?
It said walking.
They say I'm trying.
Hey, what was that? Hey. Who's the man I keep feeling? Can you tell us your name? There's like someone that's kind of mean coming through. Is this the Bell Witch? Right out there?
Yeah.
Whoa!
Is that somebody entering that room over there, or are you leaving? If you're leaving,
I asked if it's the Bell Witch.
My back is getting so cold.
could you move towards that red light? Because we're over here. If you'd like to.
I don't know.
Because there's something that comes through that keeps like insulting. Who is the Bell Witch? And why did you supposedly kill John?
Justice Department thing. Harry Ringworm.
Harry Ringworm?
Parson.
What does that mean, Parsons? It's the second time you said that. Is that your name? That's her name?
I don't know.
Not enough. Does that
just
sound?
say, damn it, I said.
I said a word or two.
It sounded angry. Parsons is a city? Is it near here?
I'm looking.
Are you from Parsons?
For sure, so.
Whoa, yes!
Okay, so maybe Parsons, is that where you're from?
Whoa.
Running back.
Running backwards. Alright, I'm gonna turn this off in 3, 2, 1.
The pure chaos in my dream without a doubt gave me confirmation that this area really is a spiritual bridge between two worlds. And the interaction I had with the family showed me without a doubt that their energy is still around. I'm not sure if the dark figure I saw on the roof in my dream was the same as the figure I saw in the cabin, but it seems to be a reoccurring sighting here. I wonder if something connected with John Bell is starting to come forward. The word rapture came through on the spirit box, and John Bell was actually a very active participant in the town's Baptist church, but he was banished when he was accused of usury, lending people money at absurd interest rates. This man doesn't seem to have a very honest reputation. We also got the word fire pretty quickly on the Alice box. We were by the fireplace, but it also reminds me there's a story of a man named William Porter who was actually a family friend of the Bells, and he claimed that the witch climbed into bed with him one night. He then seized the moment to try and capture the spirit in the sheets and throw it in the fire. William said the weight and size of it was the only thing preventing him from killing the spirit. Now that story is a little bit concerning. I'm not 100% if it's true. We'll see if it comes up again in this investigation. But there also seems to be a very mean and angry entity here that keeps insulting me. I was also starting to feel a bit agitated as well. I don't know if you can tell the difference between my energy at the beginning versus like when we were in there. It makes me wonder if this had something to do with how John really was in daily life and why he was poisoned. I personally feel like he was poisoned by someone living, but that's just me. We did hear that loud thump in the attic, which is the area known to be haunted by the Bell children. So let's see how strong and intelligent these entities really are, and if they are actually the Bell children, by playing a game of shadow tag. So since we heard a thump up in the attic, I decided let's go up here and play a good game of shadow tag. We're gonna have Shane and Drew at the bottom of the stairs, and then Ryan and I will be at the top here in this creepy attic. Like, look at that. Are you guys ready?
Mom, I threw up. There's cat balls on these stairs. The vibration of me hitting the step will actually make it light up.
Yep, there you go. So if an entity comes up the stairs and each cat ball starts lighting up like that, that would be crazy. So I'm calling out to the children. If you guys want to come forward, that'd be great. So.
Kid.
Whoa, kid? And we were literally trying to get a kid and now that's going off. Whoa, it's going to yellow. Thank you. Whoa.
Pretty good, huh?
What?
Pretty good.
That was crazy. We were literally trying to get, we were like, we need the kids here. All right, so we are going to play a good old game of shadow tag. Basically, we are going to try to send the spirit down to each other to see if they want to play a game like of tag. I want the spirit to go down to Shane. If you can make the cat ball on the first step go off, that'd be amazing. Or make his Alice box say something. Or his, he has an EMF meter, which detects electromagnetic frequencies. If you guys want to make that spike as well. We also have the vortex with, whoa! Thank you.
Do you not have the REM pod go off like that?
Whoa.
No, we don't get a lot of results.
So this is the vortex. So this detects static electricity. It'll only go off if you put static around it.
That looks cool.
Yeah, this thing's really cool. So I'm gonna stick this over here.
We're getting REM.
REM pod.
Say that.
We're getting REM.
What's going on, man?
Thank you. Can you go down and make one of the cat balls at the bottom of the steps turn on? All you have to do is touch it. So they will light up if you touch them.
And all you have to do is come to me.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Good job. Oh my god, the cat ball, the cat ball. It went on the second step.
I see it, yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Thank you for whoever's touching that red light.
Loose.
Can you tell me if you're a kid? Are you a child?
Oh, the cat ball, right as you said that. On the second step.
Is that what you meant? If you're a child, can you touch that red light? Again, I know you were playing with it.
Speak to me using Alice.
Oh.
Joined.
Joined? Joined.
Okay, thanks for joining us.
You said to come up and it said join.
Yeah, joined. I also have a music box. Maybe I'll turn this on too. So this is a music box and it is motion censored. It'll only go off if you go in front of it. Run. Whoa! Who is that?
Was that you running?
All right, I also have the seer, so if you guys want to show us any images of what you look like, where you want us to go, where you're from, anything like that, you can show us an image. We'd love to see you. Thank you. Whoa, cat ball.
Cat ball.
Whoa.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, look it. We got car keys. That's weird.
Huh.
We want some answers. Why aren't you giving us some answers? Whoa, cat ball.
REM pod cat ball.
On your...
REM pod.
I
REM
swear
pod.
I heard like a
REM pod. REM pod. REM pod. REM pod.
REM pod going off.
What did you hear?
I swear I heard like a hissy noise.
Really?
Yeah.
Who's coming forward? What if the Bell Witch is like all these different manifestations, you know, that people see?
It's all one thing.
Yeah.
Did say that she was shape
Want justice.
Want justice.
Want justice.
You want justice.
Wait.
That's 2 words. Understand. Want justice.
But want justice is crazy.
Well, that would be John speaking, if anything, because John was the person that was killed.
Unless she's mimicking him. Or it could be him. Whoa! There's a guy in like a cave.
Do Edna.
Trust.
Trust.
It's starting to rain on.
It's really.
Whoa!
It's raining a little bit more now.
Is it?
You might want to scoot under the stickers. Like over here.
We can't see you
This is
anymore.
crazy. Whoa, that was, look. Did you see that?
I did.
Are the mannequins moving around?
No.
Yeah, one of the hand mannequins.
They're actually twerking right now. You're missing it. Yeah, this is like evidence. This is crazy.
What did you see?
One of the mannequins is taking their pants off. Stop that.
Whoa! Listen! Attic!
Attic! It literally said attic.
Say attic.
That's crazy.
Something walking up to the attic.
Whoa, are you coming?
Are you walking up here?
That's wild that it said attic. All right, well, we're gonna go do the Estes method. I'm sure you know what that is. But thank you guys so much for coming forward. That was... What was that?
It sounded like a footstep, like a wood creak. Is somebody walking around up here? Could you?
I think it was just a walnut falling.
It almost sounded like a voice.
I thought it sounded like a creak, like a creaky wood step.
That was weird. Oh, look. Thank you. Can you make it do another color?
Here's another.
Memories.
Memories.
Wood does hold memory. Can you do... Whoa!
Is that?
That means there's static going around it.
Whoa.
Wow.
This is really cool.
I think playing Shadow Tag was the perfect method for the attic. And I low-key think Shane was questioning some of the intelligent responses that we were getting, which makes me very, very happy. Even though it was like just for a second. For whatever reason, there were several childlike spirits coming through here. Could this be the Bell children returning to somewhere that feels familiar to them and playing in the attic? Or is it the Bell Witch manifesting itself as multiple entities? The words "want justice" really stood out to me on the Alice box. Could it be John Bell who was asking for justice for being murdered, and the murderer getting away with it by blaming the Bell Witch? It could also be that little girl wanting her bones returned to the cave, or even a collective native spirit wanting justice for the treatment of its people. That's what happens when you go to areas with so much history. There can be so many different energies that come through. But one that came up again was that dark shadow on the ghost seer, and it was even in like a tunnel, which is interesting. Could this be the Bell Witch manifesting itself and mimicking John in some way? I don't know if Shane knew this when he said that a walnut had fallen on the house, but there's actually a story about how the Bell Witch was really kind to John Bell's wife Lucy for some reason. Supposedly, one day she was very ill and said that she wanted walnuts. I usually want soup when I'm ill, not Walnuts, but I mean, go off, queen. Apparently then, Walnuts fell from the ceiling as if her wish had been granted by the witch. You know what? There's no coincidences, only synchronicities. So like, was Shane tapping in for a moment there? It's a miracle, oh my god. He's tapping into all the nuts. The Estes method will allow us to dive even deeper into spirit communication. So let's put Ryan in the room with some original artifacts from the house and have him close off all his senses, becoming a human spirit box.
We're going to be doing an Estes method right now. I'm going to be using a spirit box. We're going to be using that to communicate to the spirits in this house. I'm going to basically just say whatever I hear. Meanwhile, Kelsi and the rest of the gang are going to be reaching out to whatever's in this house, and I'm basically going to be a conduit, a human speaker, if you will. I'm not going to hear what they're saying because these are noise canceling headphones. All right, headphones are on, noise canceling's on. Hi.
Okay.
Shut.
Can you tell us?
It scared me.
Can you tell us who's here with us?
Kelsi!
That's true. She is here.
Can't go!
Kelsi can't go.
Does she have to stay here?
No!
I can't go to the cave?
No!
Stop.
Us!
Why can't I go into the
What?
cave?
Very aggressive.
It's my friend!
Very aggressive energy.
I know it sounds.
What is
You?
us?
Who is us?
Leave all.
It's not like rustling in the leaves
Some
over
leaves
there.
going on over
yeah. I don't know if it was like a
Skunk.
animal
Very
or
nice
something.
skunk
It's
or a
us.
badger.
It's us. Stop it.
Say it.
It's us.
Does the Bell Witch refer to themselves as us?
Barely noise.
Yeah, what is it?
That is full on leaves.
Damn.
What is that?
Something's running in the leaves. of
It's
it.
like something literally running in the leaves. Do you see anything out there? That is loud.
It's quite loud.
Was that you? Or was that an animal?
Is.
Is?
Is what? Is that the Bell Witch?
It's happening again.
Hi, see you.
Stop.
You see us? Why can't we see you?
Can you tell us what's going by right now?
Looking
I want to see if they're like intelligent.
at
Looking at. They sound intelligent.
him.
Him.
Who are you looking at? What's their name?
Shane.
Are you in the woods looking at me?
Death.
Death?
Bell.
Can you tell me who this is? Next to me?
Can you
Can you?
see
Can I see? Not right now.
him?
Can you see him?
Can you show me him? What was
Can you
that?
sit with me?
Do you want us to sit back down?
What do you want with
We want to.
this?
We want to find answers about what happened to John Bell and the poison.
Stand.
No.
You're not.
No, because you told us to sit.
It's like it's trying to like see if it can control us or something.
Do you want us to go to the cave?
Like a little girl crying.
Oh.
Was it Betsy? Is that
Me.
me? What the heck was that?
Little girl crying again.
It was the beep.
What was that beep? We don't have a device in there.
What was
What was
that?
that?
Watching you.
That sounded like that was in this room.
It did sound like that, yeah. Like a snapping? Did it sound like a
Yeah.
snap? Or I
It
guess a step?
Something. That was
It's a
loud.
crime. Was.
It's a crime? Or was?
Enough. Bye.
That was my stuff.
That was loud. Was that you in there?
Who's gonna win? We see.
Can you make that sound again?
I see us.
I think it refers to itself.
Much?
Us.
Right? It's like a collection. It could be a collection manifestation of like
It hurts.
fear or just dark energy.
Get off.
It hurts to get off. Betsy
That's
was
one.
literally attacked.
Run.
Run?
Make us.
Run into the cave?
Do something to scare us.
You say anything about how you feel about us being here?
Known it. Leave.
Leave.
We're gonna go to the cave. How does that make you feel?
Easy. Push. You.
Who are you gonna push?
You gonna push me in the cave?
That sounded like bitch.
So they are talking about you.
Can you tell us who you are specifically? Names, socials, whatever.
I can't.
Okay, that's fair.
Leave.
All right. Well, we're gonna go to the caves if you want to come with us down there.
Don't.
No, we're
You
gonna.
want to?
Kelsi.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh,
Thank you.
good job.
Thank you.
Want kink? Kelsi.
Oh.
You want Kelsey's cake?
Kelsi. Oh, wow.
There was like a tap too.
That's creepy. Men?
Why do you keep saying my name?
Kelsi!
Boy, Kelsi.
Boy and Kelsi?
Baby. Leave her alone.
Trying to flirt with me and then someone's like, leave her alone.
Well, I think I'm boy.
All right.
Yeah, unfortunately.
What?
All right. Well, we're gonna go. Thank you for talking with us.
Boy.
What is that? I've been curious about this the whole time.
It felt like something darker and more sinister was trying to take control of the situation, but it was almost trickster-like. I honestly think that was one of the most interesting Estes methods we've ever done. Like, we found all the answers there. Let's just go home. The investigation's over. See ya. Okay, but on a serious note, we pressed to find answers about John, and it seemed like John's daughter Betsy Bell came forward for a second. And we heard that really loud sound coming from the room behind us, which was John's room. So I'm not sure if that was confirmation or something just trying to distract us from what we were talking about. Betsy, apart from John, was affected most by the Bell Witch. I wonder if she was somewhat trying to communicate that her father's death was really a crime. But whether it was by a real person or the Bell Witch remains unclear. Whatever we were communicating with for a large portion of time was talking as a fragmented collective of energy. I say fragmented because we are all a collective of energy. Every single person, including you and I, we are all connected by the same divine source consciousness. And I believe within that divine consciousness, there are fragments of collective consciousness, if that makes sense. This fragment felt like a manifestation of all the grief and tragedy here. It seemed very intelligent on one hand and on the other, kind of an asshole. It was aware of my presence, but then was also calling me names, and it honestly felt as confusing and chaotic as my dream did. It made it sound like it didn't want me to go into the cave, and I wasn't recording this part, but when we were taking the tour, when we walked into a certain area of the cave, I felt so dizzy. I had to just stand there for a second and catch myself. And Ryan was asking me, he was like, "Are you good?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm just really dizzy." So I just assumed that it was the energy from the cave, but it's making me think that maybe it was something even darker. Either way, I think it's time for us to go to the cave and isolate ourselves in complete darkness to see if the Bell Witch will go a step further. John, bell our asses! I do hope we don't die.
How do you rate this investigation so far? What's our Yelp review?
5 stars.
You're
Descending.
being nice.
No, this is a lot of fun. I'm having more fun now than I usually do with Ryan.
Well, that's, I don't know if you needed to say that.
That's so
I feel
sad.
like that was a little unnecessary. The attic was really good, and I can't wait to see the Estes method to see if anything I was saying made sense. But the cave, I have never been into a haunted cave before, so.
Look at the path that leads us there. It's very scenic.
I know.
The trees are beautiful.
Kind of what you were saying, like, I want to know what the Bell Witch was and, like, what started it.
Right.
Because it's unclear why.
All right, let's see if we can find out. Enter at your own risk. Guys, this is crazy. Whoa, this said so much heartache.
I'm good. It's fine.
Apparently, this is where the Bell Witch retreated after terrorizing the family. They believe that she came back to these caves and comes back to shelter in here. So let's see if that's true. So are you guys ready to come in here by yourself for an alone challenge?
Sure.
You guys know I love my alone challenges. And Drew loves them too. He always participates. Right, honey? Okay, I put the REM pod by the grave. Oh my god! It's going every color. Whoa. Who is that? Oh my god!
Whoa. Perfect thing to happen right before our solos, huh?
Yes. Are you guys excited we're gonna be alone?
I don't know where the triangle is.
Are you the little girl?
Facts, I can't play.
Oh no. Whoa.
That is insane. What the hell? Thank you. Oh my god. We are doing the alone challenge. So the challenge is you have to stay in the cave for 5 minutes by yourself in complete darkness. Sound good?
That sounds great.
Sure.
Yeah?
Sure.
All right.
Rock, paper, scissors, go. Oh,
Ooh.
looks like you're going first. I guess I go first.
Dude, you just got snipped.
It's honestly for the best that I go first because I will have no fear of peril in here. So then you can save the drama for after.
And if something
all
happens,
the tears and the drama
All the tears,
for
all
after.
the drama.
if you die, I'll bring back your rigor mortis stricken corpse back to LA and I'll strap it onto like a, I don't know, like a stretcher or something.
I don't know what that is, but I'm pretending I do. All right.
Okay.
Good luck.
Bye.
Have fun.
And then I'll yell when I start,
When you get in there settled in, yeah.
and then you'll yell when my time is up.
Yeah, and if you don't hear us, then we'll run down and get you.
All right.
You think he's gonna make it?
All right, I'm in. I guess I'm just gonna find a seat here. My lights are out!
I think he'll be just
Yeah,
fine.
I think he'll be fine.
I think he's literally in
Are you
his
gonna use
element.
it for the timer?
What do we got? Talk to me, Alice. This happened earlier. She breaks.
Walkie him. Does he have the walkie?
Did you hand him the walkie?
No, was I supposed to?
Is anyone down here in the cave with me? Earlier the REM pod was going crazy. Anyone over by the REM pod right now? Go toward that red light over there.
In the 10 years almost that we've been doing this, I've never seen him scared before. So if he came out of there running away, very scared, the joy it would bring me.
Guys, comment #justice for Ryan.
I like your cave. It's really awful nice. I'm gonna give you a little bit of silence now, and I invite you, obviously we have these devices, but you can also just whisper, tenderly, faintly. You can scream.
I guess somebody would have to go in there to retrieve his body,
And we're sitting in the.
and I'm the closest to him.
Aw.
I'll just come back with a Ghost Files flag folded up, and I'll hand it to Sarah, his wife. She'll see my car pull up in the driveway, and she'll look out the kitchen window and just know.
What the hell?
He's gone. I've thought a lot about this.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Would she know if you just pulled up without
If I
him
came
being
up
there?
with the flag,
She would know.
she would know.
Okay, she's back.
He'll be fine though. He's an Eagle Scout.
Beautiful cave, me and my cave. Ooh! Every time I think she's got something to tell me, she ices me out. She freezes on me.
I mean, it is
Maybe I'll just turn that
fall.
off
It is
for now.
fall indeed. Wow, that is beautiful.
Feels ill-advised to walk around this cave in the dark. This is like the descent. Oh, this is my cave. The cave belongs to me right now. Is anyone else here? What's going on with that REM pod? Remember earlier you doing a little jazz over there? None of that for me right now? Our time is almost up here. It's there. It's been 5 minutes.
Stop.
I was a witch.
Stop.
That's crazy.
There's no way. There's no way.
That's insane.
There is no.
You're next, right?
What? I'm next? Why am I next?
I don't know. It's your show. Hey.
Time. How'd you do in there?
Had a great time in there. Nothing happened.
It literally said I was a witch on
Yeah, it's
here.
pretty crazy.
Well,
So that was interesting.
she wasn't down there with me. I guess she was out here with you.
Nothing happened?
No.
No REM pod? Nothing?
No REM pod.
All right, guys. Thank you. I'm scared already. Stop it. If you guys didn't know already, I have a fear of complete darkness, like a legit phobia. All right, I'm gonna sit by the girl's grave. Okay.
Well, there we go. Is she typically scared on these solos?
Okay.
When she doesn't like the pitch black.
I'm gonna put on, maybe I'll do like a spirit box, see if anyone wants to come forward. I'm scared to sit and connect. I thought I saw something, but maybe I'm just tripping out. All right, I wanna know if the Bell Witch is still here. That just said yes, and I heard her. Oh my god, what is... I'm getting scared. I think I'm starting to like, I get panicky when I'm in the darkness. I want to know more about the Bell Witch and what you are, or this entity. Here? That didn't sound good. I keep feeling like stuff on my legs. It keeps feeling like little hands touching my legs. Is someone touching me? Who's touching me? Belle? I swear I thought I heard Belle. Oh, that was probably a cave sound, but it freaked me out. Can you make that REM pod turn on? Behind me? Ugh, I feel a lot here. I don't want to connect with it right now. Like I'm just too freaked out in here.
Can the witch like do something to her? Something.
I mean, technically, some people believe the witch killed John Bell, right?
I just heard a little girl. Wait, stop it. Stop. I swear I heard a little girl down that way. Does the little girl want to make a sound again? Unless you're the Bell Witch pretending to be a girl. Oof. I'm starting to feel a little nauseous, too. I'm not gonna lie.
Kelsi, it's been 5 minutes!
Okay. All right. Okay. Drew, did you guys have like an obelisk or spirit, like anything?
No, they were conversating.
Yeah, I mean...
I only had the one phone.
Whoa!
The hell? The hell was that? What's that?
Well, have fun in there, Drew.
Throw that back in the cave.
What the
It wasn't even started.
Oh, man.
Dude, that what the
You ready?
Yeah.
Good luck.
What the hell was going on with your phone there?
Report.
Report? The report, Alice, is it's dark, it's wet, and I'm not having a great time.
Then that's time.
That's a really good cackle.
Okay, so they said that the most active place would be to be right here. Oh.
Can the Bell Witch make the lights all go out? Would you believe then?
I'll believe if the Bell Witch collapses this cave right now.
Ship.
Ship?
Love.
Ship love. Okay. Who do you love? Am I talking to Betsy Bell? Who is said to love, forget his last name, but it's Joshua? I think Alice has passed away.
Do you think he's gonna make it?
How much time? Yeah, it'll be fine.
Do you think so?
You could use this device I have in my hand to speak to me.
Fraction.
Fraction. Okay. What does that mean?
Is the Bell Witch in there with Ryan?
She's not chatty right now. Maybe she is in there with him.
Maybe. She came through, something weird came through on my spirit box.
Again, if you could just touch that red light right there, that would let me know that you're here and want to speak to me. I know I'm also standing by the grave of a young Native American girl, unfortunately, that was pillaged by some a-hole in the 50s. I'm really sorry that your resting place was disturbed. I hope that I'm not disturbing you right now. Let me go ahead and turn off Alice because she's wildin'.
Is he in danger down there?
Are you gonna kill him?
Sorry, Alice. I had to put you down. I'll have to let Kelsi know that I euthanized Alice. When I was under for the Estes method, I did hear crying, and it said that there is a little girl in here who cries. I'm sorry to hear that. Maybe I could be your friend. Does that sound good? If that sounds good, could you touch that red light for me? And we could play, or I could talk, get to know you. My name's Ryan. What's your name?
Go home?
Should we not tell Ryan his time is up?
And just walk straight back there?
I'm running out of time. And that's not to say that I don't enjoy spending time with you down here. It's just the rules of what, I guess this, oh Jesus Christ, that scared the shit out of me. All right, well, my time is up now, unfortunately, but it's been nice getting to know you. I'm coming! Justice. Justice. Fire. Witch. Wait. I just got witch and caverns on the obelisk. What the f? Hold on, let me get that.
No way. It said witch?
I think so. Let me check the log. Let's see. Yeah, witch.
That's crazy.
You could see it right there.
Witch?
It said, well, I also got justice.
Ooh.
Which we got earlier.
Yep.
And then witch. Mm-hmm. Farmers.
Farmers.
I don't know if the Bells were farmers.
Mm-hmm. This is a farming area, though.
I was hoping Shane would come out of the cave screaming, being a little bit more of a believer, but you know, a girl can dream, right? But having I was a witch come through was absolutely insane, and then having witch come through on a completely different device, like it's crazy, amazing, all the things. There are no coincidences. I couldn't tell if what I was feeling was because I was afraid of darkness or if it was the cave affecting me, but whatever was coming through on the spirit box, the hisses and the weird sounds, those were not helping. But from all the historical incidents of this witch, it seems like it likes to target groups of people. Even in my dream, there were multiple people around me. So let's go into the cave as a group for our final experiment, and I'm gonna allow myself to connect even deeper by doing the Estes method.
No. No.
What'd you hear?
One.
Jesus Christ, that's so good.
Are you kidding me? Wow. Are you joking? Wow. I was not ready for that. I apologize.
Oh my God. I just loosened the butt cheeks for a second.
You're gonna piss off the Bell Witch. You just come and fart in her cave. Come on, Drew.
I let something out of my cave in her cave.
Holy, surprise this thing.
All right, well, I was gonna say we're gonna do an Estes method in here. I wanna see if we can connect with the Bell Witch or the little girl that I heard earlier. All right, I'm going down here a little bit.
So we're gonna do an Estes method now.
Guys, I swear I thought I heard like a breath behind me.
It's probably a witch.
Or a spider.
One of them.
I literally, it was like,
Spider's exhausted.
oh God, okay.
You're
Wait, what?
He said you're
The obelisk did?
No, Shane said
Oh,
that.
I was like, that's crazy. Okay, I'm going in. Idiot.
Idiot. Well,
He killed me.
who killed you?
Wow, I didn't know this did this. Wow.
Human. There was someone gasping for air.
Never good.
Table.
I'm behind her. God, please no.
Are you behind my friend Kelsi?
There's like a yell.
Can you show us a sign that you're here right now?
Children. Sub.
Children's Sub.
Yeah.
Is this the cave that you actually ran to? That's what they say. The legend says.
You
that the
two
Bell-
get out.
Do you want me here still?
Which two of us? There's three of us here.
Go.
I'd like to go, but I don't know which one it is that
Get
you want.
out.
All three
Again,
of us?
you got to be a little more specific because there's three of us, and you said you two go. I'm not gonna lie, you're kind of being a dick right now. And I mean that with all due respect. You're just not being very specific.
Leave.
Yes, you did say leave, but I just don't know who you want to leave.
Do you think
The
any
woman.
of us are?
The woman. Oh,
Oh.
well, again, you said you.
I surrender.
The witch surrenders?
Well, that was very quick. You ran. What?
Come.
Homicide.
Come.
Come where?
We want you.
What are you talking about, lady?
What are you talking about, lady?
Come, we want you. Look,
She
I got something
wants.
to camera, yeah, there's a camera right there. I got something to show you, lady.
Shut up.
Yeah,
No, she demands it.
the witch does.
Come.
She's coming.
You're so
Blood
nasty. You're a
burn.
nasty woman. You know that? Slow or heavy?
Yeah. There was like a whisper.
A breathy one.
I think this witch is trying
Is
to
it
bang us.
hot and breathy?
Can you?
This can you?
Oh my God. Did one of you just scream?
No. I think this witch wants to bang us.
Oh my God, I swear it said witch just now. It said witch so loud.
I swear this witch is f***ed up, dude.
I don't know.
Guys, I'm like anxious in here. My heart's racing.
I'm just trying to figure out the rhyme or reason to it. And if you were gonna assume the identity of
me.
someone, why would you kill your neighbor?
Bad person.
He's a bad person.
Killed.
You did. Yeah, you killed him. Why'd you do it? Because he's a bad person? Why is he a bad person?
He deserved it.
There you go.
What made him deserve it?
Burn in hell?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that'll.
What did John Bell do?
Ask him.
I'm asking, what did John
There was a
Bell
laugh. Oh my God, no, it sounded like I swear to God, it sounded like a witch. It was like, eh.
Well, the story goes that even at John
That
Bell's
was
funeral,
crazy.
the witch was said to have shown up and
Touch
laughed
her.
and started singing at his funeral.
Didn't like him.
Who are you? Actually,
She said didn't like him. Why, we get that you didn't like him. I've gathered that. You killed him. Why didn't you like him?
They all fall.
Damn, dude.
Okay.
You're a nasty woman. I mean, it's pretty definitive. that
Kid
she-
crushed.
crushed.
Any other statements you want to communicate to us?
If we're gonna-
Ryan?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me.
That's him.
Yeah, that's me.
What is this?
Say what
you
you
want to
see.
do to Ryan?
Show yourself.
You're focused.
I'm extremely focused.
And what about me?
I took my ADHD medicine before this. I'm extremely focused. You have no idea.
Die.
Well,
Dirty.
why don't you show yourself? How about that? Let's stop playing games.
Is this a game you play?
No.
Fire.
I'm saying you stop playing games.
Ew, there was like a giggle. I was like,
I like your little giggle.
You want me to giggle?
yes.
Yeah, I like your giggle.
I'll giggle for you here.
I'm lost in here.
You like that?
Does that make you feel good?
What did she just listen?
Did one of you just laugh?
Ryan did. He did the
Oh
witch
my
hackle.
god, you scared me. Because I could barely hear, and then I hear.
This witch isn't really making any sense.
I mean, she's kind
Nothing?
of making a lot of sense.
She makes sense, but she won't explain her reasoning.
I think that's kind of witchy behavior, no?
It could be, yeah.
Well, I mean, she was saying that she killed this guy, but then we were asking why over and over again, and she was...
Revenge. He
Revenge.
deserved it, etc.
Yeah, but never
He's
gave
a
it...
bad person.
You bad guy. Burn in hell.
That was very informative.
Huh.
I mean, she definitely did it,
Yeah.
but why?
The back and forth between Ryan and Shane and whoever was coming through was so chaotic. It felt like something who either wanted to control or dominate the conversation, but it had very intelligent responses. Whatever it was really seemed to have it out for John Bell by saying he deserved to die. I strongly believe that this was the entity that they referred to as the Bell Witch coming through, and that this lower vibrational energy influenced someone to go through with poisoning him. Comment below and let me know what you think. I still don't think we fully uncovered exactly what the Bell Witch is, but no matter what it is, I can confirm without a doubt that it's definitely still here. Even though the cabin isn't the original, there's no doubt that many spirits still reside here, connecting to the energy and history. Maybe the cave is where these entities and spirits come to travel and recharge their energy using the crystals and portals. But here's what unsettles me the most. If this was just about revenge, it would have ended with John, but this energy still lingers. In the attic, the cabin, the cave, and especially the surrounding area. My conclusion from this is the Bell Witch isn't one woman, and it's not Kate Batts. This is something ancient. Something that was disturbed and something that learned how to use fear. And whether John Bell was poisoned by a living person or influenced by something darker, it doesn't change the fact that whatever is here is still active. And I don't think it's done. That concludes this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you so much to Ryan and Shane for joining.
Thanks for having us.
Hey, treat. Hey, all right.
Make sure you guys go subscribe to Watcher, check out their videos, and I will see you in the next one. Again, use code Kelsi55 off or scan the QR code on screen to score 55% off your first month with Scentbird and discover your scent identity. Whether you're ghost hunting in spooky caves or just hanging out with your cats or dogs.